let's get you started. You can make some money, okay? So something like that is good. Okay, you guys with me? All right. Any other part of money that you hear people say? I mean, obviously, it's pretty straightforward with that one. Okay. Sometimes you could see if someone could help them, right? If they really do have an issue, maybe someone else could help them. All right. There's plenty of times I'll get the parent, or a brother or sister on the phone right there, and sometimes you could get an IBA right there over the phone. It's obviously maybe a little bit better you go see them, okay? And you could get them started. Does that make sense? That's fine. And then just encourage that person, like, hey, like that first bonus check, that first check, they'll pay you back, right? Which is true, okay? A lot of the bonus checks is crazy. I mean, 3x3 is $600, right? So encouraging them that they're going to make the money back, and then you go make sure that happens, okay? The next one, I'm not a salesperson. Anybody heard that one? Or this is my field? Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's just a fancier way of saying I'm not a salesperson, right? I like to take this one away, right? If you could be a nurse, if you could learn how to be a nurse, you could learn how to be a salesperson. There's that one, right? But that's second. All right. My preference is I like to take it away. So I'll say, Sophia, listen, you don't got to worry about selling anything. Okay. I don't want you. You're not going to be sitting with clients or anything like that. I'm going to be doing all that stuff. I do it. I've been doing that for 12 years. All right. So helping a client is nothing for me. I help a client every single day. Okay. I just need you next to me, right? Where you just got to sit there, watch, and get paid. Can you do that? All right. All right. So we're gonna get you started. Don't worry about selling. Okay. I'm gonna deal with all that. I just need you to be available, right? And it's gonna help you make some money. All right. So we're gonna get you registered. What, you have your ID? Good. Right. So I'm gonna take it away. Okay. Similar to commission. It's similar, right? If I don't help a client, I'm not gonna get paid. You're not gonna be the one helping the client. You got to get trained for that. You got to, there's some training there, right? Maybe down the road, but there's training, like I'm going to help the client, why so you don't have to be worried about helping the client. You're not going to be one helping the client. I'm going to be helping the client. I just need you to sit there, watch, and get paid. Can you do that? And then you take it away, right? There's the other one where you encourage them, like, the people that I say on the op meeting, but I'm a construction guy. I can only work with my hands. You ever hear that one, right? Or I'm a nurse. That's all I can do. I'm only a nurse. Really? You only a nurse? When you were born, the doctor looked down, said, ma'am, that's a nurse. Look at that nurse. They got the scrubs on already. No. You at one point were not a nurse. I know you might have to think back. It could be 15, 20 years, but remember when you weren't a nurse, right? Kim, remember when you weren't a nurse? And you didn't know how to do all that stuff? How'd you get good at being a nurse anyway? Kim?
I went to school.
You went to school?
And I started, they have what do they call that practice when you practice like in the place?
Is there any training after that? Or you just... that in the school, okay. And what was your first day like? But how about now? You got good at it, right? So listen, if you could do that, you could definitely do this. This is even easier to be a nurse. I commend you. I don't even know what it would take to be a nurse. I don't do well with blood and all that. But this right here, this is easy. This is just words. We just got to show you. We just got to show you what to say, right? By the way, if you knew what to do, like let's say you knew how to sit down with a client and you had a lot of people to go see, would you think you'd have a problem helping a client?
I don't think so. I don't
See,
know. Like that.
I'm saying if you were good at it.
Oh, then sure, yeah.
So we're going to train you. We're not even going to let you help a client until you're really ready, right? For what reason? Why would we put you in front of a client if you're not ready? Just like, if you was going to do surgery on me, for example, right? I want to make sure you know what you're doing. I don't want just, I don't want the new doctor. I want the doctor with some years of experience, right? right? Or someone that knows what they're doing, right? So we're going to train you to where you know what you're doing before you even help a client. Does that make sense, right? We can get you started. Like just reassuring. Now that's another way for either commission or um it's not my field. It's similar, right? It's not that much different, you know. Um so that's that one. With commission, also like some people say, oh, what if I sit with 10 clients and I don't help a client? You ever heard that one? Is it just me?
Yeah.
Right? All right. What if I sit with 10 people and everybody says no? Right? So I'll say, Kim, if let's say you have a friend and okay, let's use me. Let's say I'm one of your friends and I say I went on 10 dates and they're all stupid. Every single one of them. They're all idiots. What would you say about me? All 10 of them. Can't stand it. They don't, right?
There might be something wrong with you.
It's probably can be 0 for 10. You know what I mean, right? Okay.
Stop.
Right? So if we ever we don't let people do anything until they're really right. But let's say if they're having a little trouble, it's not even gonna get to 10. Once it gets to like 3 or 4, we pull them to the side and we say, let me see what you're saying, right? They're probably saying something wrong, someone we fix it, and then um, we fix that problem, right? So the only reason someone wouldn't help a client is they don't have enough appointments, enough people to go see, or they don't know what they're doing, right? So we train people to have those two things down pat so they could have success, right? I was brand new at one point. I wasn't good at those things, and now I'm good at helping a client, right? So it's only an issue if you don't know what you're doing, right? Just like you're good at your job, it's no problem for you now. It could be the same thing here, right? And by the way, here you can make money every day, right? There's a great side to helping clients. You can make money every day, right? Would you rather make money every day, Kim, or would you rather wait once a week to get a check?
Every day.
Every day, right? So that's some things you could say, and then always at the end, let's get you registered. I got you, man. I'm gonna show you what to do. All right, I'm gonna be right there helping you. All right, you have your ID, and you go forward. Okay, it's very important you do that because sometimes we could talk past that, and now you're just talking. You know what I mean? All right, it's a scam. Everybody heard that one? It's a pyramid, right? Um, so if they're saying it's a scam, I just this is like fun for me, right? To me, saying it's a scam at this point, it's like Sophia, me telling you your name is not Sophia. You know, prove it to me. Like what are you talking about? Like, are you gonna tell me my name is not Matthew? Really? But okay, so Sophia, go ahead. Tell me it's a scam. It's not real. Really? Okay. Let me ask you something, right? If I prove to you that it's not a scam, that's legit, well established, would you get started? Okay. All right. So let me pull up um our stock and I'll show them stuff like that. The reason I asked that question because I'm not gonna. Does this sound like anybody familiar, by the way? What does it sound like? You guys been listening to your audios. Hector Mark, right? This if she says no, I've had people every now and then say no to that. So what am I gonna prove to you? And that's not really the problem, right? But most people, yeah, what am I gonna? I'm gonna go do all this work. Not like it's that much, but I'm gonna go down this lane of proving everything to you, and then it's not even gonna make a difference. Actually, that question, right? So then, stock exchange, AM Best, right? Okay. I mean, the other day, someone was a little skeptical. They work for JP Morgan. I said, "Oh, did you know that JP Morgan actually have 100,000 shares of Primerica?" Right? Said it nicer than that, but like, And then I pulled it up, because like you work for the company that your company is so legit, but ours isn't. But your company has 100. You know how much money that is? That's millions of dollars, right? So you can pull up who owns Primerica, so they see familiar names: J.P. Morgan, all the banks, all the investment companies, right? There's some that they'll recognize, a lot of the banks, right? And then we could get past that, right? So that's kind of most of the objections. That's fine. We got a lot of truck drivers that actually work here part-time, not, they have their job full-time, but part-time they do it, all right? Is that,
So, hang on.
so I think that's, what was I gonna say? Sometimes I'll also encourage people, like, even if you have your job, Jamal, I'll teach you how to set up some appointments, right? How to, like set those up, which is easy. You could learn that in like 2, 3 days. And even though you're at work, I can help those clients and you could still you could be at work and you're making money here, right? Because I'm gonna sit with those clients for you. All right. So if we could do that, does that sound a little bit better? Like still make some money that way?
You can show the business.
Yeah. Right. And by the way, you're around a lot of people, man. Some of them need insurance and they need investment and things like that. So I want to think about it, right? It's not really, man, that one threw me off for years. Wish I could have that time back. I want to think about it. I had to research. I want to think about it. I couldn't figure it out. And then you know what I found out? It's not even an objection, man. It's not really an objection. It's a distraction, right? It's not you, it's me. That type of thing, right? It's I want to think about. So you got to find out what it is. Is it the money? Is it the company? Like go a little deeper when people say I want to think about it. All right. And those are some of the main. Anybody have any other objections when it comes to recruiting that you have issues with? Huh? Went over that, right?
My friend, he did it before, but it doesn't work for them.
Okay. Did you get licensed?
One get license, but two no.
He got his license?
Yeah.
Okay. It's true. 99% of the time, they never got it. It hasn't changed since we joined. Since I can remember, it's one guy. He said, I was doing it for 5 years. I'm like, really? How many appointments you had every day? I went in on him. Like, what were you doing every day for 5 years? Right. And then, of course, he wasn't really putting in any, he just had the license, but he wasn't doing anything. Right. So just question their effort that they put in. Right. Did they get the license? By the way, do you know that your brother, he might not want to make money as bad as you do? So and you're working now, right? If he told you to quit your job, would you quit? Why not? He's telling you to quit this, you quit, you might leave this. Why not your job? So that's his opinion. It doesn't matter. Not everything and again, you didn't really pursue it. You might pursue it, you might put in more effort, you might be better than him, you might be better with people than he is there. Something like that, right? So let's get you started. You have AID? So I think that's good right there. But let's make sure that, guys, we have a lot of guests, because as great as you could be the best at overcoming an objection, if you don't have no guests, you're not gonna hire nobody. Does that make sense? Some of you guys, believe it or not, you don't get any objection because there's no guests to get objection with, right? You need to have tons of guests, right? And identify the people that's fired up and excited and go sit with them first. And then, there's some people, little disclaimer, there's some people that none of us could overcome the objection. Does that make sense? Right? Hector Lamarck, Art Williams got no's. Do you know that? Imagine saying no to Art. That's a tough one, man. You got to really be, you got to be strong to say no to Art Williams. You know what I mean? But the point is, there's some people, like, it's a fine line. Don't get too frustrated. You push once, twice, maybe even 3 times after. I mean, what are we going to do, right? Sometimes you could bring me in, they give me the same thing, so just keep that in mind, but still try to overcome it, show some value, and but make sure you have multiple guests. All right, back to Fitzgerald Squire. How was that? Was that good?
So you guys are checking the cars? The sign-in sheet, everybody sign in the sheet? Didn't sign. Who's still didn't sign yet? Raise your hand if you didn't sign. Okay, who has the sign-in sheet? Edison? Okay, all right. So I'll give you guys a couple more minutes to get that done. Guys, try to come a little early so we can kind of get that out of the way and kind of like knock it out. With recruiting, right? A lot of you guys are, what Matt covered was really good. But we have from now until month end, which is Friday, until midnight, to make sure that we do a crazy amount of recruits, right? So, the biggest thing that I do notice is why some of you guys are not doubles recruiting, kind of what Matt was saying at the end. We don't have a lot of recruiting activity happening. Okay. One of the reasons why Matt is having an incredible month because he has more activity this month than any other month before. And that's just not like, you're just saying that. I'm saying it because that's how it is. It just makes sense. I don't even need to go back and check last month and the month before. If you got more recruits this month than the month and the month and the month before, chances are you have more activity going this month that's actually causing that to happen. So, we do have access to people more than we could even imagine and more than we actually could think. And we are sometimes are connected to people more than we actually think. And sometimes it's just a matter of making that connection. So your cell phone and names and numbers in your cell phone, okay? That's never going to change. And it's never going to be like, oh my God, I already spoke to everybody already. Chances are you guys got people in your cell phone that you have not spoken yet about Prime Time. I've been in Prime America for many years I've been here. And every once in a while I come across people and I'm like, damn, I didn't speak to this person. Damn, I got to speak to this person. I got to speak to that person. Okay? Utilize every single resources that you could possibly utilize. Okay. Some of you guys got people in other countries. You have people in Haiti, Jamaica, wherever it is. Okay. You can still send them a text message or you can still speak and say, hey, let me ask you a quick question. Do you know about anybody in the US? Okay. That could be an opportunity that you could utilize there. Okay. Utilize your social media. Some of you guys have social media. You have access to friends and people that follow you. Do you have the number? You've seen them. It's scrolled and you don't like this stuff. Like this stuff, then send them a DM. People are viewing your stuff. You just need to view it. You don't have to comment. You don't have to like. I just need to see that you see it. And once I see you see it, hey, how you doing? It's been a long time. We haven't spoke in however long. Let me get your number. Let's keep in touch. How's things? How's your family? Right? And I want to get in a conversation because this conversation I'm going to get in could be a conversation that actually could lead me to actually recruiting this person. So that's an aspect of there. And then people know people. So what if he says, I understand that this might not be for you, but who else can you recommend? Or who else can you think about you could give me? Who else? Do you know somebody you could think about? Let me just share with you what I do at least. So at least if you know somebody, then at least you could recommend it. So when it comes down to us recruiting, there's so much different avenues and places you could go into. I was proud of Patrick yesterday, right? Patrick, when he found out about this event that was actually in Long Island, right, Patrick? And he said, "Hey, coach, I got this event. I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do?" I'm like, "Hey, bro, let's just go." He's like, "Oh, let's just go." I'm like, "Yeah, let's just go. When is it? Tomorrow." Okay, all right, we're going. And he figured out what the event was, all the details about it, right, Patrick? And we we met up and we went yesterday, right? You got some numbers yesterday, right? You got some numbers yesterday. You might have a shorty too. You know what I'm saying? Different type of prospect. Like that's how it is sometimes, man. you got that one number. Patrick, after Patrick got that number, he said, "Come down, see us." Yeah, man, I think I'm good. I got this one girl. He's like, "You saw that girl?" Like I did see her, but he's like, "Yeah, man, like I don't know." He said he got a social, right? Social. I'm like, "What do you got a social?" A social media, man. I'm like, "Yeah, you got the number?" He's like, "Nah, I just got the social." And then he's like, "I'll follow her." And he goes, "Oh, she followed me back." I'm like, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man." So you got one social media, Instagram, page. So if nothing works out, you got one number. Got the social media. But it was a great event. There's a lot of business people there, a lot of different people prospecting, meeting people. And it was just an opportunity to meet people and get in conversation. Actually, you got another number, right? The guy that worked with Neil Clyde, Right? He was prospecting guy working in New York Live. When I see those people, I run from them. I'm like, I don't want time. He woke up to them prospecting them. He said, hey, they over there talking. I'm like, you want to go talk? I'm like, nah, I don't want to talk to them. Let's talk about everybody else here. I don't want to talk to them. He's like, nah, I think you should. So anyway, I had him going over there. Yeah, you know. And the guy goes, hey, he was talking to me about it. I'm like, yeah, he was. I'm like, how you like it? He's like, yeah, you know, I think I like what he was saying. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, how does it work? I'm like, okay, so he's supposed to recruit this guy from New York Live because the guy was more interested in what Patrick was saying than New York Live. Okay, so Patrick did an amazing job trying to get this guy, which is unbelievable. Okay, so anyway, so that was great, but that's an opportunity to prospect. That's an opportunity for you to put yourself out there. There's so much stuff that goes on a weekly basis. It's just amazing. Like we was in the field over the weekend, right? And she don't even know what to say and how to prospect, and how to meet people. Okay, you know. But we ended up stopping at my you know, the restaurant, and she was out there and she was meeting people. So, oh, yeah, I got this guy. I got this person. I got this person. Okay? Just prospecting. Just putting yourself out there. Okay. You gotta learn how to put yourself out there. There's people that need what we do, whether it's from a client perspective or from a recruiting perspective. I think there's a greater need for people to make more money now than ever before. I think where things are getting more and more expensive, and you notice how expensive things are?
Yeah.
I mean, gas prices is on a all-time high. I mean, literally. You know, there's some moments I'm like, I don't think I want to go to Brooklyn. It's like, you know, it's an hour drive, and it's just like, damn, man. But you know what? Thank God, because of Primerica, you can go to the gas station, you can just fill it up, and you just not think about it. But every once in a while, I was like, damn, man, that's kind of like a little bit more than like a month ago that I was paying. You know what I'm saying? Keep going at this rate. It's like, sure, right? You know, so things are continually going to get more and more expensive. You know, the cost of stamp is not going to go to 25 cents. Right, you know, you're waiting for those glory moments to come back. It's probably never gonna happen. Okay, things are gonna continue getting more and more expensive. The only thing that we got to do is we just got to try to keep up, and the only way to do that is to make more money. So just like how we're feeling it and we're getting affected, and we're like, oh damn, man, things are crazy. The average person is pretty much going through the same thing because they live in the same United States of America. They live in the same New York City that you actually live in. They have the same expenses that you are actually having. So the only thing you could do, you could talk to people about making what? More money. So people are very open to make more money. Like I've never met anyone that says, yeah, get away from me. I don't need to make more money. Stop talking to me about making more money. No. Now, some of them walk around with a little pride and they act as if like they're good. But when you peel back the onions, they're not good. They're not good. People are in debt more than ever before. People has credit card. People have, you know, bills that just, you know, piling up, and bills they can't pay because people are going to bed being frustrated at night, not even having to pay their bills. So now some of you guys are, I'm part of those people. I'm frustrated myself. Okay, I get it, but you have an opportunity. They don't. You guys see the difference, right? You have an opportunity to go print money. They don't have an opportunity to go print money. You see, they could work at their job and they could work as much hours as they could give it all they got, but chances are they're going to get the same paycheck. And what you're going to realize is the paycheck is just not going to be enough. See, the average person cannot work at a regular job and just make enough money to live the life they really want to live. Most people that have a job and just making that regular paycheck, Oscar, they're just making enough money just to survive, making enough money just to pay their bills. So chances are they need to make what? They need to make more money. So you could freely communicate with every single person you come across with, or into anyone you run in contact with, and you could just be open and say, you know what, I'm going to share with this person the opportunity. I need to talk to this person. I need to talk to this person. I need to talk to this person, and push to really communicate with them about making more money. And then if they have some objection, you could be chest up, right? Just being like totally being able to get in a conversation with them and show them why it makes sense. No, like holding back. Just like give it to them straight and show them the value and why it makes sense to get started. And whatever objection or concern that they have, you could point them in the right direction and tell them and show them why it makes sense. without not even holding back, just really give it to them. You see, people sometimes they like someone that's straightforward, someone that could be very direct. Says, you know what?
Yep.
No one ever spoke to me like this before. I've never had anyone that talked to me like this. I've never had anyone that tells me, man, that pushes me like that. See, most people that get in contact with people, nobody push them to do anything. The minute they says, I'm not good, I'm not interested, whatever it is, like I was prospecting a lady yesterday, right? She goes, I'm good, I'm not interested. I keep going, I keep going, I keep going, I keep going, right? And then she's like, I heard of a primary, and then close towards the end, she goes, so I'm like, you know, what's your number? Let me call you. She's like, you know what? I had my business card. I wanted to give it to you, right? I'm like, yeah, let me get your business card. She goes, oh, I don't have it, right? Let me get your card. And then she goes, oh, you know, I help people. She's a gut therapy. Okay. I'm like, gut therapy? What do you mean by that? She's like, yeah, you can lose weight. I can help you get rid of that. I'm like, what you just said? So now she wanna prospect me. I'm like, you see? She's like, yeah, I know. Let me get your number too. Right? Like, you never know, right? I could be a potential client. I'm interested. You should have told me that all this time, right? We'd have been exchanged numbers way before this, But anyway, so I got to see a gut therapy. I'm like, tell me a little more about that. How does that work? Okay. You just never know. So people need to be encouraged. You see, you're not just gonna meet someone like, oh man, I've been waiting for Prime America, man. Thank you for speaking to me. Now, every once in a while, you do get those people. That's probably been approached before from someone from Prime America, and you just met them at the right moment, the right time. Like, oh my God, Prime America is back. I've been waiting for this opportunity. This is amazing. But chances are you're not gonna meet those people. And chances are when you do meet those people, they're not gonna come polished and ready to go. Oh my God, this is it. This is a business opportunity. Perfect. Okay. What? They're going to come in with an objection. They're going to come in with a concern. They're going to come in thinking that they can't. And your job is to kind of like show them how they can. See, if they knew that they can, they would have been doing it way before. If they know that it's possible for them to make hundreds of thousands, even millions of months out here, sign me up. So the reason why they're not here is because they don't think it's possible. They don't think they can. They don't think that they could actually make money in anything else than having a job. So that's why they're in the job route. And if they probably heard about Prime America before, it's sometimes it's maybe somebody that never made it. It's kind of like college. They probably heard about college from someone that dropped out. I mean, something negative about college from someone that dropped out. But chances are college do work, because you could actually go to college and you could actually get a degree. Now, what you do with the degree after, that's a whole nother story, right or wrong, right? But the bottom line is, you say negative things about the gym. Oh, really? It's the gym fault. Like, the gym is the reason why you can't get in shape. There's no evidence of that. There's no way you can prove that. But then you have people that actually go to the gym and they're in tip-top shape. They look pretty good, right? So it's not the gym fault. So people tend to use these things as reasons, or so to speak, as an excuse, but it's just because they don't know no better. They use Prime America because they don't know no better. Your job is to show them the value and why it makes sense. So whoever's talking to the most people on a daily basis and sharing with them and having the conversation, pushing them and driving them and show them why it makes sense to them to go forward. Those are the people that are actually going to have more success and actually going to recruit more people. So you should be like pushing like crazy. It says, you know what? I want to double, triple, quadruple the conversation I'm having with people on a daily basis. And I can't go on I can't let the whole month go on without me doing a certain amount of recruits. So you pick a number. What's the amount of number you need to do before the month is out? Whether it's 5 more recruits or there's 10 more recruits. Some of you guys could pick up 20 ideas before the month is out. 20. Dang, man, that seems like a lot. It's not a lot. It's all about how you think. If you think it's a lot, it is a lot. If you think it's not a lot, it's not a lot. Like, some of you guys yesterday were like, can we go to district leader next month? Like, next month? Well, I'm just saying, the month is about to be over. Right? I'm like, you got until Friday. You know how long that is? That's a long time. You can go to district by tonight. You don't have to wait until Friday. You can pick up 3-4 recruits today. The fact that the idea is $49, that should be an incentive for you to do more recruits and pick up a lot more IBAs. And you should be excited about it. You don't have to wait for the op. You could just say, hey, can't get on a Zoom right now. Hey, can you come into the office right now? Can you come later? Boom, you could be sitting down with people left and right. You should be every hour, you should be sitting down with somebody else, sitting on somebody else, recruiting somebody, having the conversation with them, right? Where's Taz, right? She was doing a Zoom the other day and she was blowing and going. And I'm like, no question asked, just presenting everything, killing it, like doing an amazing job. And I'm like, there's no way she's gonna get that idea, right? Like I was negative, okay? I was very negative, okay? I was thinking to Tony, I'm like, damn, man, she needs to slow down a little bit, okay? And at the end, she's getting the IBA, the person submitted. I'm like, damn. I'm like, it doesn't matter what you say and how you say it and what you do. People are gonna buy into the opportunity. You don't have to be perfect. Some of you guys are waiting to be so, oh my God, I don't know, I'm nervous. I don't think I'm this happened and that happened. Just present. Somebody's gonna sign that. They're gonna sign themselves up. Oh, what I gotta do again to get started? I gotta do it. You do it? Yeah, people will do it. But you gotta have those conversations with them. And all you gotta just lead them to the close. So she has the conversation, and guess what she did? Lead them to the close. What you gotta do to get started? You gotta pay $74. And guess what? The person's okay. All you need to do is
Oh, okay.
or you're just talking. And then you're not saying who you want to put as a beneficiary. You ever state ID your driver's license with you? Oh, let's get you started. Let's get you set up. Oh, who do you want? Oh, let's just get you visa. It's only $74 for the class anyway, right? You have a Visa, MasterCard. Which one do you use? Oh, Visa. Wow, I didn't even know they're gonna say Visa. It just says Visa. Just came out. I don't know where. Visa, MasterCard. Visa, MasterCard. Good. Sign right here. They're signing. Oh. What I just signed up for? Yeah, you got registered. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. And they're like, oh, I didn't know. Yes, you're doing it. And I got one IBA. That's how it is. You got to push people. Push them. Push them. I don't think I want to do it anymore. You're making a big mistake. Why would you not want to do this? Yeah. This makes sense. Do you, like to me, when I first saw this opportunity, I was like, damn, man, they're giving me a shot. Listen, man, they give me a shot, man. Think about it for a second, man. Where you work at? Home Depot? Man, do you have an opportunity at Home Depot to make $100,000 million a year? No, I don't, man. This might just be one. What if you could really become successful? What if you could make a lot of money? What if you could become really successful? What if you could change your life, man? What if you make $10,000 a month? Listen, all right, let's just say you make $1,000 a month. Would that be a big difference? See, tonality. You change how your tone and how you communicate with them. You look them in the eyes and say, Sophie, I understand what you're going through right now. But trust me, if you come with me and you work with me, I promise you're going to become successful. Allow me to help you. All I need is not just need a commitment. I just need to sign right here. I got you from there. I got you. I know you think you can't, but I got you. I believe in you. See, nobody talks with people about the fact that they believe in them. Nobody believes in people. You're going to come in, I believe in you, man. That's what's going to stood out to you the most. I truly believe you can do this. What's so special about me? Man, the minute I met you, I just knew it. I just felt it in my heart. I felt in my soul that you're gonna do great here. Based on your story and what you just said and all these things you want to accomplish, man, this is it. I'm telling you, you can do this. You can do this. I've met a lot of people here, and I've come across a lot of people. But there's something about you that's different. There's something special about you. And I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint what it is, but man, it's just. See, I heard Patrick's story and how you got started, and it was touching. Because Patrick could have not be here. Patrick could have not be here. A lot of you guys and how you guys got here, the chance of you got here is almost slim to none. You could just miss out just like that. But thank God the person was in the right place at the right time and spoke to you about this opportunity. You should embrace that. And you should utilize that with everyone else you come in contact with. Some of you guys are here and your upline is not here. They quit, they leave. Here's the deal, they have done their job. They have got you here. And they was in the right space at the right time. Thank God for that. Because if there was where you at right now, some of us, chances are you would not be here. Because some of us are too out of it. Like, because sometimes we think because if we don't recruit somebody, it's their fault. Or if we don't talk to somebody or we spoke to them and they didn't decide to do it, it's like, or we didn't, like, we're gonna give it to them like that, or we didn't push them. You gotta like take a little bit of the blame and say, you know what, I could have done a better job on communicating with this person. I could have done a better job at pushing them. I could have done a better job of encouraging them. I could have done a better job at motivating this person. I could have sold this person more on the opportunity, and don't like count people out or think maybe, oh man, I don't know about this person. This person might just be good, or this person, I don't know, or I don't know. Or you push some people because you think they're gonna be better, quote unquote. They might look better, dress better, and then some people that you might not push because you think, I don't know. See, if that was the case, a guy like Patrick would not be here because maybe he didn't come in dressed the part 100%. Maybe he didn't come in. What if Doug prejudged this guy? I'm like, I don't know about this guy, man. I don't know. You look like, I don't know, man. You look a little rough, man. I don't ever want to prospect this guy. Patrick would never be here. He would never have the option that he has. A lot of you guys, too, when you first started, you didn't have the perfect look. You remember where the person met you. Don't prejudge people. You just never know. Now, listen, I'm not saying go talk to the guy that's dragging his feet on Utica Avenue and his pants is all the way down here. And you're like, what you said, coach? You can't judge people? I got to guess, okay? I'm not talking about that. Okay. Okay. You got to use some judgment, okay? But that guy might not be the guy, okay? But there are people that he says, you know what? This person could do it. Or I just never know. Or just be open and give them a shot and let them show what they're made of. And you treat them the same way. I believe in you. And you believe in everybody. Yes, I do. If you're the guy, you're the right person, you can become successful here. Does it make sense? So I hope that helps a little. Let's run through the numbers real quick. Maybe we're gonna kind of like wrap up. Douglas, 34 points set for the week. Great job, Doug. 34 points for the year. 89 invites for the week. Okay, I think that's the highest number here. Let's give Doug a good job. 2-person IBA, 993 premium. Let's give Doug a couple second, Doug. Tell us about your 993, who you close. And when we do this, guys, this is for you to jot down a little something for what Doug is saying and for you to utilize it so you could actually helps you with the closes for this week.
Fairly quotable.
You could do premium.
One of them, so this month is financial literacy month, right? So I have a message broadcast called it's like titled "People That Do Not Have Insurance with Me," right? Those have broadcast with them for like different stuff. And one of my it's like 20 people in the group, but one of my guests from 2 years ago, he hit me up, right?
Good idea.
He's saying like, well, he was thinking about it, right? So Wednesday morning we talked about it, right? Because he was a guest, right? And that was a $61 life out.
Okay, that's good. So you have a group called, because I'm interested,
Okay.
people that broadcast, people that does not have life insurance with you.
Yeah.
How did you compile that group? Like, where did you go to compile that group? How did you discover this group?
Well, it's past guests, maybe people that was pending. Mainly those like past guests, people that was pending. Like I have them saved on my phone. So let's say someone comes to the interview, right? I have them saved. Let's say this person, and then IBA this person, and I have it all on my phone saved.
That's good. That's good. Wow. Okay, so you saved the numbers. That's good. What about past appointment? You had some of those in there too? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what's up. Pending life app, right? Lapse policies. That's good, right? So you can literally, because a lot of you guys probably have more clients that doesn't have business with you than clients that actually is with business with you.
Yeah.
You guys get what I'm saying? Like he has 200, right? And the longer you're here, the more, or the bigger that list's supposed to be, right? So you go from 200, you go to 500, 1,000, right? And you're gonna have to be 2 groups, right? Because I think broadcast is 256, right? But you could have a lot of those, and that's an opportunity for you to prospect because if they don't have insurance with you, right, they don't have insurance. or you assume they don't have. So when they do have insurance, I'm assuming you move them. How do you do that? Yeah, you move them, but it's easy because it's just one or two or whoever comes out that day. Boom, you got it, and then you just keep going again. You keep floating. So that group, and I'm just talking at you because I'm getting excited about it. You could post shit like GoFundMe, right? And you do that. You could GoFundMe is not life insurance. How about that? Right. You could post them videos in there. Hey, just want to send this video out, man. All right. And you could float them with information. Because here's the deal, right? And everyone in this room ever got on social media and you saw something and you click on it.
Yeah.
That ever happened to any of you guys?
Yeah.
And you kind of like didn't really want to click on it, but you just was kind of curious. And what does social media start doing?
Show you more.
Start sending you more of the same stuff. And eventually you're like, you know what? F it, man. I'm just gonna buy it. Or you get it, or you so into it. You're doing a whole thing with it. It's like crazy. So, and I get these people are gonna be on WhatsApp or whatever the case is. But if you keep floating them information, eventually they're gonna be like, oh, you know what? I'll just get it. Like that's how I look about social media. Because social media is, for one thing, it's a way to keep interacting with people and to be relevant. But eventually, once you keep posting, at some point, somebody's going to be interested, and you're branding yourself so people could know what you do. And you might not catch them now, but you're going to catch them later at some point. And the moment and the time might just be right, and it might be you might miss with one person, but boom, you catch the person at the right moment at the right time. Does it make sense? So I don't know. I just want to add some stuff to that. Maybe some stuff you guys can utilize there that can help you out. So great job doing that. You have another one? Oh, my bad.
Let me see you on Friday.
What? You don't talk to me now.
One of my partners, right? So he lapsed a while ago, then I found him again, right? So and that contract said so one of us you. And then on Saturday it was a policy delivery for the husband. I mean the husband came from a months ago, to someone else. Then I came there and posed the wife.
Good. So it's a policy delivery?
Yeah.
He goes to what? Was it in person?
I went I went in person for the policy delivery.
Oh, the policy came to the office.
Yeah.
Okay. Because somebody asked me the other day, does a policy, how you deliver a policy again? I'm like, what? Okay. Okay, there's two ways to deliver a policy. Okay. One is the client gets the policy. That's one thing, right? We get the policy if there's a stop sign. That if the policy comes in and there's a requirement, outstanding requirement, it comes straight to the office. Okay. And someone says, well, they could just download the app. Yeah, they could download the app. But if I was you, every client that gets the policy, I would go sit down with them. Mr. and Mrs. Client, I was just calling just to see if you got the paperwork. Oh, I got the paperwork. I'm gonna stop by a little later. There's something in there you gotta sign. And something we gotta return to the company. And go back and see them. If you go back and see them, okay, because when I 100% was doing this, I had stack of policies in my car. I'll go policy delivery. When I go back, I was getting more referrals. I was getting emergency contacts. I was recruiting the client. I was doing an FNA for the client. And there's so much more that you could actually get done when you do versus if you just tell them to take a picture and send it to you or however you do that stuff or mail it to the company. You could get so much more value that he just went and he got a life app. What if you do that with all your clients? How much more production would you get? See, when you're hungry and you want it, you do anything to make it happen. And that could be a strategy you could actually utilize to actually help you close. You might meet somebody in the hallway. You might meet somebody open the door for you. You might meet somebody on your way getting to the appointment. But if you was not in the route to get to the appointment, you never met that person that actually could become a close. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. Anything else? Any other close? Okay, great job, brother. All right, we got Jackson with 1,700 in premium. Jackson, come up for a second. Tell us about your 1,700. And then can we get a nice rose back screen for these computers whenever we're not zooming in the back? Good.